Okay. So, I think you mentioned something about Stewie. Alright. Now, I don't know Stewie, and I don't dislike him. So, I can't really say anything bad about him. But isn't he the man that kept doing clip channels? Clip channels? Clip channels. But yet, you say that Sig steals things? Well, if Sig steals things, then what is a clip channel? I'm sorry, Stewie. I don't know you, and I don't mean to put you down. I'm just using it as an example. So I apologize, Stewie, because I don't know you, and I have a feeling that you're probably a good person, you know? Okay, another thing that you yell about, Coach, is you scream about my happy little life like it's a terrible thing. What's so terrible about being happy and wanting to be happy and wanting to live a happy life? Should I get up and say my miserable life and that I aspire to be unhappy and miserable? I don't think so. And I feel sorry for anyone that feels that way. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you were saying you got money. Well, good for you. I'm glad you have money. I'm glad you have a roof over your head, clothing on your back, food, whatever. I don't want to see anybody suffer. You discussed our bedtime. I think I've covered that already. It's really none of your business. But I do admit I'm an early riser because I worked for many years. Early to bed, early to rise. Okay. Now, Gerald, here's another thing. I might grab my phone and do a short that's under 1 minute in Walmart, just impromptu off the top of my head, film something. Now, about a week ago, Sig picked up those cocktail wieners, and it was under a minute where he showed the little cocktail wieners. And I posted it, okay? I own that. It was a 1 minute video, and after I posted it, I think you did 2 live streams, rants. That was a total of at least 2 hours. You got triggered by a 1 minute or under 1 minute video and spent 2 hours screaming and yelling about it? If you were going to scream and yell, I would say just give it a minute. I gave you a minute. And you gave me, 2 hours of your time? Okay. I'll tell you another thing, okay? I mentioned that you were mean to Laura Stevenson. The way you treat Tasha, it is criminal. It really is criminal. And I really don't want to say that much about it because I think that it is going to be investigated. And maybe you need to back off. Tasha is who she is. Her family business is really not our business, is it? You know? And I feel like I like to support Tasha emotionally, but I don't want to talk about her. You know, I just want to see her do well and be in a safe position. She's a very vulnerable person, and for you to constantly mock her in her vulnerable position, it speaks miles about your character, Gerald. Okay? Another thing is, I've heard you mock Holly. Holly went through a lot. She went through cancer. I don't know what type. I don't know the extent. But to mock someone who went through cancer is terrible. I've also heard you go off on cyanide cupcakes. Now, I don't know the woman. I don't know that she knows me. I don't think she likes me. But I'll tell you something. I think I like her. You know why? I've seen and heard this woman. She didn't have to, but she went out of her way to try to help another woman. And she exhibited a lot of compassion, sympathy, and empathy. These days, that's very rare. And anyone that's friends with someone like that is very blessed. So I would not make fun out of her. She has her hands full with her work and her family, and she still took time out of her busy life to try to reach out and help another woman. And it did kind of backfire on her, and I would take no glee in that. I felt really bad for her when that happened. And I don't want to say that I wish she had never tried, but, sometimes we want to help someone and it's just better to do nothing. No good deed goes unpunished. Okay. Oh, you said that Sig was going to do 15 years of cartoons. Well, I think he's been doing them for what, like 5? Maybe not even? Well, I guess, I hope that he lives a full life. But he certainly hasn't been doing it for 15 years. Okay. I think you mentioned about going on cruises. Well, yeah, we pay for it. We don't go on a cruise ship and put a gun to anyone's head, and we behave on the cruise ships. You've mentioned about, I think, in a mocking way, about being a grandma, like I'm a grandma. Well, how is there any shame in being a grandmother? You also mentioned about visiting family and grandkids, blah, blah, blah. I think I covered that already. There's a lot of my life that I don't care to share on YouTube, and I would never put other people on my channel without their consent. There are a lot of things that I have filmed on cruises even that had people in it that asked not to be put on social media, or there might have been children around, and I don't want to put anyone in that position. Alright, let's see what else I have here. Okay. Oh, you talked about that we work for the devil, but the devil doesn't pay. Well, take your own inventory, sweetie. You talked about theft, I think with Sig, with the parodies. There is something called fair use, whether you like it or not, it does exist. YouTube is a video sharing platform. Like I said, at least one of your friends, Stewie, and I think Kitten Cat, do clip things. You said you don't like my voice. I believe you said something like that. If you don't like what I have to say or like my voice, don't listen. Don't listen. Don't listen to me. Anyone that's listening right now, if you don't like me, please unsubscribe and only watch things that make you feel happy. Don't do any hate watching. That's not good. Not good at all. So anyway, let's see if I have anything else. I think I basically covered it. I'm probably going to remember something when I turn this thing off. But go ahead, Gerald, and continue to look at my channel and think that I'm buying subs or that me and Sig are evil, blah, 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 to harass other people. But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't make you feel better. I think that maybe you need to resolve your own issues with your parents, with your mother, because you will never heal and be a whole person. And I do feel sorry for you. I don't pity you, but I feel sorry for you. Because, Gerald, I don't know that you know what it's like to love another person, or even an animal, or to feel that you are loved, whether it was by your mother, your father, or by another adult. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope you have known love in your life and that you will move forward in your life and know love. But I'm not going to participate in horrible hate stuff I was raised a certain way. I'm not perfect, but my parents took us to church. I do believe in God. I believe in a higher power. I believe in karma. I believe in all of that.